What's up, everyone? I got the day off work today, so I'm gonna get this timing cover pulled off and load up all the other stuff I need to get sandblasted and take it over to my cousin's radiator shop, as he lets me use the sandblaster there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. All right, now I need to get, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts out of the oil pan, because there's some that go up to the bottom of this cover. I think they're like 10 millimeter, if I remember correctly, or something like that. No, they're smaller. Maybe like a 8. Or 9. Or they're standard. I really thought they were metric. They are, well, that one's 3/8, and that one is 3/8. This one looks like it's 1/2 inch. It is. Alright, is that on? I don't see anything else holding it, so I should be able to just pop it off. to get a razor blade and cut it. There's a lot of RTV on there. Quite a few years since I've taken this off. I remember you just gotta keep wiggling it and prying on it a little bit. And there's I think there's it's almost like a big roll pin in these ones, I believe, but they're like alignment pins, but then they're hollow so the bolts can go through it. And you gotta just play with it and wiggle it until you can get them off of there enough. I think RTV is probably holding us up as well. Trying not to score the oil pan up with this blade. Closer on this side here. This side, not so much. That side's out. See if we can get down in here. All right, we got something now. I can smell the oil already. And there you have it. gonna get that in the parts washer and get it cleaned up, get all the grease off of it I can, because I don't want that in his sandblaster. And we'll get that all cleaned up. Timing chain looks pretty good. I changed that at like 205,000 miles. I don't think there's any need to put one in it. Oil pumps right there. I changed that when I did this at 205,000 miles. It still worked, but I figured I had the pan off to change it, so I might as well put one in it. Yeah, that chain's still pretty good. Pan gasket is pretty shot. Now see, if you did a timing chain or something, or you had to reseal the timing cover for whatever reason, you would do what I'm doing right now. You would cut the front of this gasket off, and then the gasket kits come with like cork corners. You put here and here. You clean this up real good, put a little RTV in there, put your front gaskets on, set the whole thing in place, comes with a new gasket for there, and that's how you do that. But I figured while I have the lift, I'm just gonna do a whole pan gasket because they're much nicer. They don't tend to not leak, so we're gonna do that. We'll get this all cleaned up. I mean, it did pretty good. I'll clean that little spot up and touch it up. And she definitely needs some cleaning. All right, let's get this thing cleaned up. Okay, so here I was trying to get the crankshaft seal out of the timing cover with a seal ripper tool, and I just didn't even think about it. I should have done it with that tool while it was still bolted to the engine, and it was bending, and I was afraid I was going to either bend it where it wouldn't come back or break it. So I ended up just putting on some blocks of wood and tapping the seal out from the backside with my bearing and race driver. We got that all cleaned up and loaded up with everything else I needed to take, so that's done. Okay, so here's just a sped up video of cleaning up the timing cover and the sandblaster, and then cleaning up a little coolant crossover pipe that goes along the lower intake, and then cleaning up the engine fans. timing cover is all clean. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the mating surfaces and get it taped off and ready for some primer. We got the water pump side all cleaned up. We also got our latest shipment from Rock Auto. All these little boxes are the service kits for the injectors. It's new O-rings and new little plastic cups that they set in. They set them all individually. We got motor mounts, transmission mounts. One of these is a oil pressure sensor. One of them is cool at the temp. Let's see what we got for a magnet. It should be in there somewhere. Pretty sweet. Was it a Javelin? Earlier Javelin, because the later ones had them bumps on the front fenders. Shout out to my cousin Wesley at Stein's Radiator for letting me use his sandblaster today. This is a heater core for my buddy's 77 Dodge pickup that Wesley redid for him. He ordered a new cord for it and, you know, soldered on the tanks and everything. Just look at that. Look at the craftsmanship. That's a dying art radiator repair. But with something like this is for an AC truck. And apparently these are very hard to find if you can find them at all. I don't think you can buy a new one. Apparently they're different from the ones that don't have AC. But Wesley got him all fixed up. It's looking good. He also pressure tested his AC evaporator. It tested good, so we left it alone. If you're in the Hagerstown, Maryland, or tri-state area, or wherever, he can hook you up. He's a good guy. He knows what he's doing when it comes to radiators, but he can get you fixed up. Here's the tank that Wesley uses to pressure test and look for leaks on radiators. And then here's one of his hot rod projects. Pretty cool. All right, so this is where we're at for tonight. I got the timing cover primed. I got a bunch of other little brackets primed up. I got them hanging everywhere. I got some miscellaneous bolts primed up. I ran out of room to hang stuff, so I started hanging stuff on the car. I got the engine fan all primered up. I still got these couple things here to prime in this crate, but I am out of primer, so he's empty. I'll get another can of that tomorrow, and we'll finish the priming up tomorrow night. And then hopefully we'll see some paint on this by the end of the week. I doubt I'm going to have it back on because I'm leaving to go on vacation, so definitely will have it painted though. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. See you later.